Alright guys, welcome back to another war video. I had 13 fights this war, but I'm only going to show 6 because some of them were just either like Magneto fights or Deathless King Groot. Very simple fights that I had done in previous wars, and even some of the minis I had done before. So I'm going to try and do stuff that is relatively new for me, or ones I haven't done this season. Here we have Spot on the first fight of Section 1. He can be a little annoying because of the spots and the untouchable, but we trigger it. I'm going to wait for the untouchable to end, and then I can go ahead and drop a special 2. He did get a couple ruptures on me, so I am taking a little bit of damage there, but sometimes I don't play it perfectly against Spot. Here he has his untouchable coming up again. We pause it by countering his special, and then I can go ahead here, drop a special 1, and it is almost takes him out, and then I just throw it into the block, and he takes enough damage there that he dies. Perfect. Next up was a sneaky maneuver. There's a Weapon X here, and I usually will hold block with Viv when I use Viv to take to bait a heavy, and he had double edge mastery there, so it purified the bleed, gave him the regen, which made him unblockable at the start. So I took a whole bunch of extra damage. I should have just backed off at the beginning to make sure that that didn't happen, but that is my own mistake. But it's fine, we recover, no problem. We do the usual stuff that I do with Viv against Weapon X, which is I don't phase, and then take advantage of his aggressiveness when he's in his berserk mode to intercept him. I'm going to drop my special 2 here, very nice, and then I'm going to just bait specials and go for some intercepts while he's very aggressive. Now I get him below a bar of power while I've got mine, and unblockable special 1 for the win. So bye-bye Weapon X. Then in Section 2 on Path 1, some more Viv fun against Kingpin here. He can always be annoying because you can't parry him consistently, but Viv doesn't need to parry to get openings, so it's always pretty fun with Viv there. We can just phase to get our openings, and we can heal block him, so we bypass the node. He doesn't do anything extra special. In general, there's just extra healing on the node. When you dash back twice in a row, you trigger the regen on the defender, but we're just going to do regular Viv stuff, build to a special 2, bait his special, go in there, continue to finish with medium ending combos to make sure that we have a heal block up the entire time so he doesn't heal back too much. And now we can just bait out one more special 1, and then we'll get our unblockable special 1s to finish the fight. So again, I usually go for like sometimes I'll go for a double medium if I don't have any heal blocks on, but again, back-to-back special 1s, and the fight is over. Very clean with Viv. Next up, we are going to show this Photon mini that I died last time to, but this time we are going to do this one with Viv. I have an invulnerability boost on, and I am going to take advantage of the fact that when I have a heal block on, I also can't miss. So even if she does trigger her like invisibility, I can go ahead and hit into her no problem. So I am, again, I've had a lot of practice with Summer of Suffering against Photon, so trying to use everything that I've kind of learned about Photon in here. Unfortunately, she did not want to throw this special 1. I was just hoping that she'd throw the special 1 here, keep trying to back away, bait it out. It's not happening. So it's a little annoying at this point. She wouldn't throw it. I was kind of getting frustrated because now she's getting to 13 charges, which is not great. So I figure at a certain point, all right, we are just going to try at this point and just push her as far as we can and try and push her all the way up to special 3. We're going to do full combo into a striker, into another full combo, and just drop our special 3. We have the invulnerability boost. We can tank a special 3, but if she's not going to throw the special 1, I'm just going to push her to special 3, and I'm gonna eat it, and then I'll just kind of reset the fight from there. If she throws the special 3, she's in her pure light form, I can still hit her no problem, get a few hits in, let her dump all her power, and then I can just back off and kind of reset this fight here. So the invulnerability boost is going to let me reset and kind of refocus on this fight here. So I'm just going to back away. I don't really care if she heals back up. I go for a double medium to try and put a heal block on if I get an opening there. But for the most part here, yeah, I go for another double medium, get the heal block on, try and not let her heal up completely to full. But now I can go ahead, okay, fine. She's doesn't have her charges now. Bait the special one. Perfect. Now I can go for a double medium, get the heal block, drop a special 2. Now we're cooking. Everything is working out the way we want. She throws another special 1. Fantastic. I go for a striker there, get my heal block back on. Then I can throw some unblockable special 1s. That's great, because when I throw my unblockable special 1, it's not going to generate any power. So that special, those 3 special 1s in a row, she's right on the cusp. And I end up pushing her into her pure light form, but she doesn't get over a bar of power there. So that was some really cool interaction with Viv, where her special 1 does not give the opponent any power. So she was just on the cusp, and I'm able to wait out her charges once again. And this time bait out a special 1, don't get clipped by it, and we can go ahead and finish off this fight, and we get the solo. So it did not go the way we wanted. We used the invulnerability boost to help us reset the fight, and then really take advantage of everything in Viv's kit in order to make that one work. So really like that there. We've got Viv again. I had Viv on both accounts. So we have this Incinerate, Poison, Stun Immune, Mr. Sinister. So we're going to try and again do regular Viv stuff. But during the Incinerate phase, we are just going to hit into his block. If you hit into his block, even though he's a global defender, you're not going to trigger any of the charges from the global by hitting into the block. It's really regular hits start giving him any opponent those regens, and if you give them like too many charges, like I think it's like 18 charges, that triggers the power gain. So that is where you always want to make sure you have your heal block on as much as possible. So again here, during the Incinerate phase, I'm just hitting into the block and just waiting it out, being patient here. And again, here I phase just as the Incinerate phase is opening, so I can get some hits in during the Poison phase, bait those special 1s, and I can drop this special 2 still during the Poison phase. And now we're into the Incinerate phase, so we're just going to back away again. And I have to be careful, again, make sure I have my heal block on before I go for too many hits, because I don't want it to trigger the power gain to trigger, let's say, in the middle of a special and then start whiffing. So we have to be careful. Got to bait out another special 1. It's kind of annoying because it's at the end of my Poison phase, so back into the Incinerate phase. So we're just going to wait it out here, and I'm just going to wait, I see him at like 14 charges, so I'm going to phase, or at least try and get a, I just go for it, I guess, here. So here I know that I don't have, I missed. Okay, so now I'm stuck. I can't hit in because there's a power gain with no heal block. So I realize that, so now I'm just going to wait out that power gain, bait out a few special 1s, and now I think I'm just going to go for it here. It's the Poison phase. Unfortunately, I get clipped right before I wanted to go for it. So I'm going to drop another. I got forced to throw another special 2, which is fine. We're in the Poison phase. That worked out great. And the fight's almost over, so I'm going to drop a striker, go for a full combo into a special 1, and finish it off. So that was also just being aware of that global power gain and how to manage it was very good in that fight. Last but not least, I've got a Onslaught mini for you. I haven't done Onslaught with a Werewolf by Night in a long time, but this one we used to do, and we've brought it back here. Kudos to the teammate who was trying to get me to figure out who I could use for Onslaught. He said Werewolf. I said, yeah, I used to do that. So Werewolf, you just want to go for 1 medium double hit into his block. I still am not 100% sure if the getting parried when you hit too many times into their block is still there. I'm not even going to try it. I'm just going to consistently go for the 1 double hit medium into the block and get those ruptures up as much as possible. On the node, I do have to be careful of the falter. So if I see approaching falter on me, I just have to be aware of that. That's the only thing I'm really focused on here. I'm trying to get those ruptures on. There I see the falter on me, so I'm going to back away, and then I can go ahead and intercept him with a nice special 2, get a whole bunch of damage there, and get some nice clean evades on the special 1. So I have been known every once in a while to be able to actually evade every part of the Onslaught special 1, and we do that a couple times in this war. And we like in this particular fight, there was my invulnerability boost that I had just in case everything went like bad on this one. But again, there my falter hadn't quite ended. There was an accidental hit special 2 into the block, but we still got the ruptures off, which is great because that's what you can do with Werewolf. So we get another full evade on the special 2, and we're just continuing with the usual stuff I'm doing this fight. We're just double like that, hit into the block, bait special 1s. If I can dash back and kind of idle to trigger the power gain, there we go, we trigger it there again. We're unblockable, so I have to be careful of that because I kind of don't really want to hit into him. I kind of want to just hit into the block as we build our way to a special 2. There we get our power gain again, and I'm going to go for another special intercept with the special 2. So pretty happy with this fight overall. It's a really chunky, I think, 7-star rank 3 Onslaught here, and Werewolf absolutely shreds him. Slow and steady, play it smart, bait those special 1s, and we barely lost any health in this fight. So really happy with that overall. So again, I did do like 13 fights, but a lot of them you've seen before on the channel. So just 6 fights for this war, but we didn't have to speed them up. We got the full, you got it in real time on this one. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Have a great one. Bye-bye.